Greetings and salutations, witches in France. This is your girl Sage, aka Sage the Urban Witch, and I am on for a channel message for you. So tap in, okay? Today's channel message collective is don't give up, okay? And this specifically applies to my collective for those of you guys where you have some things going on, and there's some very good things if you don't give up. I'm hearing from spirit, and I'm also seeing in the ethers that there is someone, okay, whomever this person may be. This could be an ex for some of you guys. This could be an ex bestie. This could be a wayward toxic parent, okay, or sibling. Whoever this person is, dear one, I'm hearing from spirit, they have been projecting a lot of toxic energy, a lot of negative energy to get you to doubt yourself, to get you to give up, because this is essentially how this person feels. This person has been behind the scenes trying to do something to you, to get you to forfeit your dreams, to get you to stop believing in yourself, to doubt yourself, to make you fearful and afraid, to make you self-sabotage is what I'm hearing from spirit, self-sabotage. And that is because this particular person, dear one, they feel as though coming up against you, they have been defeated in so many different ways. And so they're literally trying to project their energy of how they feel onto you, okay? Now, for some of you guys, I'm hearing from spirit, this particular situation or this thing that this person wants you to give up on, for a lot of you guys, is different, okay? I'm seeing in the ether someone weighing themselves on the scale, okay? So for a particular few of you guys, it could be more than half of the collective, okay, in some way, shape, or form, okay? I'm hearing from spirit that spirit is saying don't give up as far as your weight loss, don't give up as far as your goals, okay? Now, for some of you guys, I'm hearing from spirit, you have plateaued, okay? You have been doing very well and you've hit like a wall, okay? And I'm hearing from spirit, half of this is spiritual and the other half may have to do with nutrition, okay? And you switching up some things to get your metabolism to jump back into high gear again, okay? Because you've hit a plateau. And spirit is saying during this time, a lot of you guys, you have gotten really frustrated to the point where you want to give up. I'm hearing like, oh, what's the use? I just keep yo-yoing and going up and down. Spirit says you will you will supersede that plateau if you do not give up, okay? And also at this time, guard your mind, okay? Give yourself lots of positive affirmations and things of that nature. Maybe look at your vision board about, the before and the after of how you want to look, how you see yourself. And if you haven't done one, spirit is encouraging you guys to do that, okay? Because I'm hearing from spirit that there are, for some of you guys, there's quite a few people, but there's one particular person where they feel very threatened by the fact that, your whole physical aesthetic has changed and it is continuing to change, and what this will mean for you in terms of opportunities for dating, what this will mean for you in terms of being seen and give you the confidence to go out there and pursue certain endeavors, certain things, to really see that because people are treating you better and treating you differently based on how you're showing up in the world and based on how you love yourself and how the outside is a reflection of the inside, how you're going to ask for more, how you're going to demand more, and you're going to stop limiting yourself and you're going to stop settling. In the dating arena, when it comes to, jobs, when it comes to going for something that you want, okay, not settling and saying, I deserve better. I want to make sure that I position myself in a situation where I'm going to get the best offer available to me, okay? And so there's someone, dear one, sitting back in the cut, okay, with a janky ass, okay? And they're literally throwing like, a self-sabotage energy, okay? They're sending, all types of energy to get you guys to give up. And also energy to get you guys to kind of slow down, okay? To try to halt your progress, okay? So for those of you guys where this message most resonates, Spirit says push through. Continue to give yourself loving self-affirmations. Repeat those every day, okay? Repeat some powerful warfare prayers over yourself, okay? Visualize your new look, okay? Look at your vision board. If you don't have one, make one, okay? And begin to seek out people that have, they don't want me to get this message message out, the message will get out, okay? Yeah, we rebuke the bitches, okay? Spirit says, look at people online. Find some mentors. Find someone with a type of body composition or physical aesthetic that you find attractive, that you find that, could be similar to what you're going for in a realistic type of way, okay? And then focus on that so that you can push past that plateau that you're currently facing, okay? But Spirit says don't give up, okay? Because you have a lot of opportunities waiting for you on the other side of this plateau. On the other side of this plateau, okay? You guys have opportunities for love. You guys have opportunities for really stepping out there and really showcasing and marketing your gifts or talents in some way, shape, or form, okay? And, you following through with the physical aesthetic that you have visualized in your heart and spirit that you want and that you see for yourself is going to help you achieve those things, okay? So Spirit says don't give up, okay? That's for a lot of you guys, all right? Now, also, thank you, Spirit. I just saw a cap and gown, okay? Yeah, some of you guys, Spirit says, don't give up. Now, we're in the month of May. This is the graduation and all types of celebrations and things happen during the month of May, okay? So Spirit is saying there could be one or two of you guys out there, and you could be a couple of credits or a couple of courses away from graduating. And, you've hit some type of situation. It could be financial. It could be, you've run across a professor that is giving you a hard time, or you've run across a teacher, or you've run across some type of issue at home where you're having all types of distractions and it's kind of, preventing you from focusing, or you have friends, they see that, you're getting to the finish line, and perhaps for whatever reason, they don't want you to make it. They don't want you to get there. You could have a cousin that never graduated, okay? You could have an aunt or even an older relative that never graduated from, the uni, or some of them, they never even graduated from high school. For some of you guys, this could be like a family secret. And they look at you, dear one, and they're very envious, and they're doing a lot of things to try to distract you, okay? They're making you tired. They're, making you pour too much of your time and energy into chores or into doing things for them, okay? This could be a mate or a partner, okay? They're keeping you up at night. They're causing unnecessary stress and arguments so that you'll be tired and not able to study or focus for school, okay? Spirit says do not allow this person, do not allow this situation to block and stop you from graduating. You're almost at the finish line, okay? So whether you have to break up with the joker, whether you have to, set some strong boundaries in terms of your time of when you're going to be studying, when you're not going to be able to answer phone calls, when you can't hang out on the weekends to, go party or go for a drink or do this or do that because you have to study, you have to go to the lab, you have to do whatever, okay? Spirit says now is a time you have to set those firm boundaries because you have to push through, because you have a lot of people that for whatever reason, they're very threatened by your potential. They see that you're getting to the finish line and they're trying to block you. They're trying to stop you. And Spirit says, don't give up. Okay, that's for somebody. Okay. Also, for some of you guys, Spirit says don't give up as far as like a business endeavor, okay? Some type of creative project, okay? Some of you guys, Spirit is saying, you've been getting a lot of no's going on those auditions, okay? You want to be an actor, okay? You've heard a lot of no's, okay? Some of you guys, you want to model. Some of you guys, you want to showcase something. And Spirit is saying, don't give up, okay? Because if you keep going, that next particular answer will not be a no, it will be a yes. But if you give up and you get in your feelings, okay, you're going to stop before the breakthrough comes, okay? And Spirit is saying this applies to some of you guys where it's some type of talent or creative endeavor where it requires you to have tough skin, okay? Spirit says don't give up because you're almost at the finish line, okay? I'm seeing acting. I'm seeing some type of music. If for those of you guys who want to go into music career, or for those of you guys who want to go into acting, okay, even if it's like indie acting, okay, local TV shows, local commercials, okay, just all types of things. Everything doesn't have to be so bombastic, Hollywood, that or nothing. There's so many in-betweens, okay? And Spirit is saying, whatever it is that is your endeavor, as it applies to something creative like music, acting, dancing, writing, choreography, producing, podcasting, okay? Or even just a brick and mortar business or an online business, whatever the case may be. Spirit says, don't give up, okay? Keep pushing through, okay? And Spirit also says, do not despise humble beginnings, okay? You will push through if you keep going, if you do not give up, okay? So that is today's channel message, you guys, okay? The message is don't give up, okay? This is pertaining to all of my collective out there. You guys are on a self-love journey, okay? It's all about love, and in a way, you are pushing through to obtain some type of goal, some type of desire. And to the degree that you love yourself is to the degree that you will not quit, that you will not give up, because Spirit says you're so close, okay? You're so close to the finish line, and you cannot allow people and their envy. You cannot allow distractions. You cannot allow people that want you to stay stuck with them, and because that's where they feel comfortable. You cannot allow people to sabotage your dreams and your aspirations, because you're more focused on making them comfortable than you are on making yourself successful, okay? And that's today's tea, okay? And until next time, you guys, stay beautiful, stay blessed, stay great. Peace.